Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Gym Rats. As always, there's me, XFL Jim. Joined by, of course, the one, the only, the immaculate, the dripped out man himself. It is Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms, a.k.a. Crossover Curtis Peterson.
What's up?
What is up, my man? Feeling it. We're feeling good this college basketball Saturday.
I think this is the best. You better cut that off before we get.
I did. Don't worry. Yeah. I've been practicing because I did it yesterday. I did it Wednesday on Spring Fever to introduce the one, the man who needs no introduction. It is the analytical, the badass himself, the man whose power may or may not get cut off right now. It is Uncle Rico. Let's go. What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys?
Oh,
living the dream. I love the little Beastie Boys to start the day. People forget how hard the Beastie Boys went.
Like a nice little cup of coffee just right in your system.
Yeah, baby. Guys,
we got a lot of college basketball to go through, courtesy of mostly me, because I don't know why. I see these picks and they jump out to me. I have to bet them.
Jim love action. That's what it comes down to.
Jim do be loving action. And I got a lot of action throughout the whole day. You guys just want to get started, or is there anything else you want to jump into before we just start blasting picks away?
I want to co-sign the comment from our boy Bobby. I co-sign that comment. We were on Rice +5 last night. Up double digits with 18 left. Didn't score for a 6-minute stretch. Didn't get outside the number till the final 20 seconds of the game.
I think me and Chase said fucking Rice so many times during the football season.
Yeah. Rice was so dead to me during football that they might be dead to me for basketball too. Now don't get me wrong, Rice is delicious and I like it with meals, but I'm staying away from anything Rice, the Houston Rice.
That's a fair point. Boys, let's start getting right into it.
I do have a question that's just off.
Oh, ask away.
What do you guys think about the Bama hire?
It's a home run.
I think it's a great hire. What do you think, Erik?
I wanted Lane. God,
that would have been. I wanted Lane for me, and how awesome that would have been.
I selfishly wanted.
I really did want some sneaky, dirty hire where they snatch a coach that a fan base had no idea was going to get snatched, which I guess they did with Kellen DeBoer. But I wanted, I don't know, just Hugh Freeze, someone like that to just jump, in the division.
That would be the best.
Hugh Freeze would have been amazing too.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We'll start in the morning. We'll start at 11 a.m. I think we all have something here. Chase, you want to get us started here?
Did
you have something at 11 or did you not?
I've got something at noon. I started at noon.
I'll start us off at 11. I'm going to the Western Michigan Ohio game, and I'm taking Western Michigan +4.5. And I'm also sprinkling some. I'm putting another full unit on the under 152. The home team in this matchup seems to always have the advantage. It seems to be usually a tight game, so I don't really like a ton of points here. So give me Western Michigan all day plus the 4.5.
So does our love of directional mishes extend to the basketball court?
For me, it kind of does.
I might have messed up. I'm not with my first pick.
I'm not as blindly betting directional mishes as I am with football, but I like them here. I like them here. Erik, you got anything at 11?
Yeah, I went to the Hall. Give me Seton Hall here +4.5 against Butler. Beating Butler, coming off a big win against Marquette. Teams in the Big East since 2005 after they beat a top 15 ranked team and are home favorites of 5 or less, only 46% ATS. For the season this year, home favorites in the Big East are only 44% against the number. Butler struggles, only shoots 36% from 3, coming off a 45% shooting night against Marquette. I think they're going to have a little bit regression. Also, you look at their schedule before that, they played UConn. You've played 2 of the best teams in the conference. Now you're playing Seton Hall to start the day. I think the defensive pressure of Seton Hall is going to be huge because Butler is a little careless with the ball. I'm taking Seton Hall here plus the 4.5.
So what up, sports facts? We feeling good. Feeling good right now. Next up, Chase, I think you said 11:30 or noon. Oh, let's go to noon time, boys.
All right, I'm kicking it off. I'm sticking in the MAC along with Jim here, and I think I might have tipped my hand that there is a directional mish involved. It's kind of the exact opposite of your game because you were Western Mish and Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I am Eastern Mish in Miami of Ohio. And I'm taking Miami of Ohio -6.5 in this game. I follow the Miami of Ohio team because they are a sneaky good 3-point shooting team. They're top 20 in the country with their field goal percentage from beyond the arc. Plus, they're 6-2 ATS in their last few games. They've failed going 0-2 as the home favorite recently, but I think they get off the snide. Yeah, I'm going with Miami, Ohio -6.5.
Sports Facts thought the intro was nice. Yeah, that would have been a pretty good one too, especially when you're like super chained up.
Oh yeah. When I have them all on, yeah, that'd be a good.
So
time.
Chase, I was sitting here thinking about it for a little bit, and I believe we still have some directional mish bias, but Eastern Michigan is pretty bad.
Yeah, they are.
I think this is the sport that we use less feels, we use more of our brains. This is our brain sport.
For sure.
Oh, also, shout out to Erik. Look who's back. Uncle Rico finally made it back for an episode. He's been
Dude, there's nothing. I love 8 and under soccer. Like, love it. Absolutely love it.
It's fun.
You've been like in the intense, like you forged in the fires of 8-year-old playoff soccer.
Warming the tennis ball, the crazy mother in the background yelling. Like, just insane. I love it, dude. Love it.
You got anything at noon, Erik?
No, next one's not until 1.
Okay, I got one at noon. I'm taking Stony Brook, William and Mary. I'm taking the under 144 in this one. It's been falling. The line's been falling. It opened at 145. This is all just line movement for me. Opened up at 145. It's been falling. I saw it as of last night as low as like 142.5. So it's just been kind of freaky to me, and I don't really get it. Yeah, I'm seeing it 142.5 as of today, and I got it at 144. This was just like, it just seemed fishy.
I've got one last one at noon.
Go for it. Also, I hate the Lakers. Yeah, when it comes to college basketball, I feel it with my gut, but I also use my head a little bit. It's a combination of both.
Right. My next one is at noon. St. John's and Creighton. I really like the St. John's Patino team. Spread is 7.5, and it feels like for as evenly matched as these two teams are, that number is way too large. So I'm leaning into St. John's plus the 7.5 against Creighton at home. This is another game where I might dabble with the under because St. John's fairly good defensively. But right now I'm just playing the points. St. John's plus the 7.5.
How long does Ricky last at St. John's before a scandal?
Hopefully long enough to cover this game.
March? Yeah, probably. We move to the 1 o'clock window. Erik, since you've been quiet for a little, I'll let you start this one off.
I took Texas A&M here -2 against Kentucky.
I think this is one that we're all on. I think all three of us are on this one.
Obviously, a trend this year, teams that are ranked playing a non-ranked team on the road. There's that trend. Been great ATS and great straight up. This is one of the spots I like to look at when a team starts off 0-2 in conference play. They don't want to go 0-3 because you're really behind the 8 fall. Wade Taylor, who I think is great. This is Texas A&M with their rebounding and with Wade Taylor, if they get the right draw, could make a run if they do make it to March Madness with how explosive he is. Texas A&M likes to play slow, likes to play with control the pace. They're not going to allow Kentucky to get out and run. Texas A&M also has the size to combat what Kentucky has inside. Kentucky is not that good guarding the rim. I think Texas A&M is going to be able to get to the rim and finish. I have A&M -2.
I like that. Chase, go ahead. We could all say something about this one.
Yeah, I hate Kentucky, and them being a dog here makes me happy, and so I'm taking Texas A&M to cover.
This one I kind of saw last night when I was very tired. I was picking this one out, and the line just jumped out to me because in my head I'm just like, oh, Kentucky's the better team. They have the better stats. Da 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 da. Why does the line seem to keep moving towards Texas A&M? And I promised one of my New Year's resolutions that I gave it on the gymnasium is that I'm going to lean into the weird. And when I felt weird about it, I leaned into it. I'm on Texas A&M -2.
You were talking about the line. Talk about the line movement. How this line has moved just since last night. Like,
so I'm looking at it right here. It opened. I'm just gonna go by Circa's numbers. It opened at Texas A&M -1, and it's just been like kind of climbing, like slowly but surely.
This could hit 3.5.
It's at 3. It's at 3 at a lot of places right now. I see 3, 3.5. I don't know. Like, Erik, do you still like it at over 3?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
At 3, it's fine. 2.5, fine. But when it gets that hard, no.
Wait till I pulled off the upset of Houston earlier in the year.
I would take a team against Kentucky up to 37 points minus.
I was going to say, Chase.
Yeah,
I was surprised you wouldn't do like half a C note, half 100 there.
$500,000 is $500,000. Yeah, is where I might start feeling weird about it.
Chase, you have any other 1 p.m. plays? Otherwise, I can just rattle through mine.
Yeah, I got one more. At 1 o'clock, Oklahoma and Kansas.
I'm also in this one.
I'm taking the road dog here to cover the 6.5 because this is once again another one where you have two really good defensive teams. I don't think that either one of these teams are going to be able to get out and start getting on a run and everything. So, they're not the greatest shooting. They are great defensively. And I think that they keep this close with Oklahoma. This Oklahoma team kind of feels disrespected with the lines a lot of the time, but I'm taking Oklahoma. I think they cover at Kansas.
One of the things that all these good Kansas teams have had, they've been elite at the shooting guard, and that's one of the things when you watch them play that they don't have this year. They don't have a good shooting guard at all, and that really limits what Self wants to do offensively.
Yeah, let's make some money. Agrees.
I'm on Kansas minus the 6.5.
Ooh.
Oklahoma, like, they haven't really played that many true road games. I still don't trust them to travel against a Kansas team who I like defensively. I get it that they don't have a shooting guard. I still like Kansas here in a bounce back spot. Give me Kansas. Just minus the 6. I got them minus 6.5.
Listen, no Grady Dick, no me on Kansas. I lost my favorite Kansas player whenever Grady Dick got drafted.
And just sitting the tar up in Toronto right now.
Rattling through my other 1 p.m. plays. I'm taking San Diego State, New Mexico, under 151. San Diego State's defense is good. I expect just a real low-scoring game here.
I forgot I have this one too, actually. And I am also on the under. I got it at 150.5. I'm on the. These are two really good defensive teams, right? These are two good defensive teams that force a lot of turnovers. I think this one's going to be a slugfest rock fight.
I also sprinkled some on San Diego State money line at plus 145.
I can't believe San Diego State is.
I really want to take. I love this New Mexico team. I have them like 150 to 1 to win it all. I think they could be this year's Florida Atlantic, making that run to the Final Four, possibly get to the championship game. I just missed the number. This was -1. Now what is it? -2, -3. I feel I missed the ship, so I'm just sitting this one out.
Yeah, right now it's sitting at. Yeah, it's minus like 3.5 right now.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no maybe look to get a live line, but I mean, this has moved a lot. There's a lot of money coming in on New Mexico. New Mexico is live. If you guys want to add a future for them, I'd do it now because they are this year's Florida Atlantic.
I might hop on this, Erik. Up next, 1 p.m. Furman -8 versus Eastern Tennessee University. I just looked back at this matchup. That's all I did for this one. The road team just always loses. So, and they usually lose ATS as well. Give me Furman just like -8. That's all the information I did for this one.
A little purple paladin power this morning. I like
Hell
it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember, and Jim probably doesn't, but Chase, do you remember, whoa.
You call me too young or something here?
I am calling you too young.
That's fair.
That's fair. Do you remember Keith, Mr. Jennings from ET? East Tennessee State University back in the day. There, 1 year they were good. They made it to the.
Who was it?
Keith, Mr. Jennings. That was his nickname, Mr. Jennings. He was a small guard.
Yes, I do.
Big dude, could ball out of control. Took him to the dance. Jim, do you remember him?
Yeah, man.
I do not.
Yes.
I do not. You're right. I don't.
He doesn't.
next
He
play-
probably doesn't even remember the Twins' majestic and scientific map. Do you remember Majestic? Anyone else remember
I do
Majestic
not.
and Scientific? Oh man.
My next 1 p.m. play, I'm taking Hofstrom minus 9.5 versus Campbell. This game comes down to 3-point shooting. These teams against each other. It's a bounce back for Hofstra. I just think the night and day like 3-point ability of Hofstra versus Campbell is going to be the difference here. Give me Hofstra minus 9.5. Up next, also 1 p.m. Davidson moneyline versus George Washington. This is kind of what I've been doing all year. It's two even teams where the line just keeps moving around 0. So I just took the dog when I bet it. That's all the analytics I did for that one. I literally saw the line like flipping back and forth. So I'm just like, yeah, just give me the dog when I can grab them. And that for me is all of my 1 p.m. plays. We'll move on to 2.
All right.
Unless Chase, did someone have 1:30 or anything?
I have a 2:30.
Chase, you got anything at 2?
No, I'm not. I don't have anything again until 3.
I'll give my 2 p.m. plays then. I got UNLV plus 2 versus Utah State. UNLV are just they're kind of killers at home. I like them here. I think Utah State's sort of walking into a trap. Give me UNLV. I thought about putting the money line, but I'm just going to take the plus 2. I'm also taking Seattle money line versus UT Arlington. Seattle, I just think, is the better team. They're better scoring, better rebounders. Give me Seattle all day. Money line plus 112. Erik, you are up, my man.
I am on Missouri against South Carolina. In my eyes, South Carolina is a paper lion, and their record is what's the word I'm looking for? They're
Fraudulent.
Fraudulent. 6 of their 13 wins have come against teams outside the top 256 at Ken Pond. Against Power 5 schools on the road this year, they are 1-2 with barely beating ECU. They beat them 68-62. Missouri, another one of those teams, 0-2 in the conference, needs this game. Missouri will press. South Carolina is very bad against the press. They struggle against pressure. That's going to lead to some free baskets. Also, this is one of those things. Missouri really isn't that good in transition, fast break, but South Carolina is elite at stopping fast breaks. So that's going to force Missouri to play a lot of half court. Missouri is actually pretty good in half court sets. I like Missouri here minus the 2.5.
Okay. Anyone else got something at 3? Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna start it off. I got BYU minus 5 versus UCF. Huge letdown spot for UCF right here. I think this is also with the combination of a good get right spot for BYU. I also can't quit this BYU team. I can't. I love them too much. I'm taking BYU minus the 5. I'm staying on this train.
We sure are fans of Mormon athletics around here, aren't we?
We kind of are.
I like this one, but dude, one of my things is I never lay points on the road in college basketball. I really like.
You don't do it in college football either, Erik.
I know, dude. I'm a stickler for my fucking rules, dude.
College sports, you don't lay points on the road. I unfortunately do, and I will do it many more times from now.
Man's got to have a code, right, Erik?
Hey, man, you got to have your rules, dude. I have like 5 million, but maybe 10, but I have a lot.
Chase, did you have something at 3?
I sure do.
Lay it on.
I'm going to the Kansas State at Texas Tech game, and I'm taking Texas Tech to cover the 6.5. I want to say they're on like a 4-game or 6-game, something like that, streak of covering, as well as there's a lot of statistical stuff that's telling me here that this is one to take. For one, Texas Tech is a way better shooting team than Kansas State. The one place where Kansas State really kind of shines is at the free throw line. Well, if you look at Texas Tech, they're number 10 in the country when it comes to fouls per game. they're not really putting people on the line a whole bunch. It's really going to kind of neutralize any sort of like chance that Kansas State has to keep this close, I think. So I'm going with Texas Tech minus 6.5.
I thought about that one too. You might have brought me in on that one, Chase. I was looking at that one last night. God, I might be in on it. Sports facts. I swear to fucking God, Uncle Rico, if you have us betting Oklahoma State again, I will die. Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Wait and see. My other 3 p.m. play, another team I can't quit. Cal State Northridge, baby. Getting back on the wagon. They're killers at home. The Matadors. The vibes at the Ralphs, about 2 blocks away from that school, immaculate. Go hang out in that grocery store strip mall. It's just good vibes there.
Did you say strip mall or strip club?
Strip mall. I don't know where there is a strip club kind of close to there too, if I remember right. Jim, don't listen to Erik. Fire it up on BYU. Play the first half as well.
Yeah.
Let's make some money. I like it.
I'm not sure if I like people trying to sow division between us.
We need more arguments on this show. We need to be more like the other talking head shows where we're just yelling at each other.
At the top of our
I got something
saving it for sports yelling.
Exactly. I got something at 3:30.
I don't have anything till 5.
This one was just
5.
I kind of wanted this one for Chase. I don't know why. I was tired and the vibes just felt very Chases. I'm taking Arkansas Little Rock money line versus Tennessee Martin.
Hey.
Yeah, I like how Little Rock matches up, and when they basically this is like I looked through Little Rock's entire schedule. I like them to cover, and literally this year, every time they've covered, they win. So I just took a money line plus 120. Like they are, I think, as dogs. I don't remember how many times they cover, but literally every time they cover as a dog, they just win outright.
I hate that they changed it to Little Rock because it used to be UALR, University of Arkansas Last Resort, and now
it
it's
can
just
still
Little
be
Rock.
that. It can still be that.
Or Euler, whichever you. I've done my time. Listen, if you name a small, crappy institution in Central Arkansas, then I went to school there for at least a little bit.
I respect it. Jim talk about teams I've never heard of. That's a theme. When it comes to college basketball, that's kind of the theme.
Those are the best games to play? The ones that happen at like 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, you know?
Shout out, I think it's IUPUI who's played almost half their games at like 12:30 or 1 Eastern time, so that it's just on like a Tuesday or something.
Shout out to Mantis for trying to check into an IUPUI game.
Yes.
Free Draymond.
I love the guy in the crowd who is like, LeBron! There's like
LeBron!
I got something at 4. Anyone else got anything at 4?
No, I'm out till 5.
Okay, I hated this one. I hated doing this one. I took Duke's team total over 82 versus Georgia Tech. Also taking Duke minus 17.
Jeez.
I know.
Woo.
I know.
Wow.
This one hurt. This is another one where I lean into the weird. Georgia Tech, this is like a revenge game for last year. I also think Georgia Tech's kind of fallen it off of a cliff on the last few games. I think Duke is trying to make statements in these games going forward. I think Duke's offense blows them out of the water right now. I think Duke can basically will score at will. Give me Duke minus the 17, team total over 82.
I'm going to bring something back from
gross.
Football season here, which is do you really want to be that guy with that ticket in your pocket?
Yes, I do, baby.
Okay.
If anyone's going to be that guy with the stupid ticket of like a huge spread in his pocket, it's going to be me.
That's going to be Jim.
I got something at 5 coming up next.
Yeah,
I
nice place 5.
Chase, I'll let you go then.
Sure. Let's talk dogs. Let's talk home dogs, which Uncle Rico will enjoy. Give me TCU on the money line plus 150. TCU is a great shooting team. Also, if you look at TCU, they force a lot of turnovers. They're very active on the D, and I think it makes it prime for an upset. Because if they can get on a run and start turning them over and get this crowd into it, then TCU is going to be going. So I didn't do it intentionally, but I am wearing purple and have something amphibian or reptilish on my shirt. So let's go purple horned frogs.
I respect that, Chase. The only thing I picked in this one is the under. I don't expect like a ton of scoring in this one. I went under 136.5. I expect it to be kind of an ugly one. And I mean, TCU can win it ugly. They definitely can.
Yeah, they can.
I got something at 6:00 next.
I have a fiver.
Give us a fiver, Erik.
Going back to the well. Oklahoma State plus 12.5. How can you trust? That's actually pretty funny, dude. How can you trust this Iowa State team, which is so bad offensively, laying this big of a number? Iowa State since 2005 at home, 45% against the number, laying double digits. Oklahoma State, they're good enough defensively to keep this within the number. Teams, after beating a top 3 team, laying 10 or more, 46% against the number. I just have to fade Iowa State because I don't trust their offense. Way too big of a number, and they just beat the third. Houston, what were they? Second in the country, third in the country?
Something like that.
To fade them in the spot. I'm on Oklahoma State one more time. They should have beat Baylor at home, went to OT, pushed because that idiot from Baylor dunked it with a second left, but I'll take Oklahoma State here, plus the 12.5.
You got anything at 6, Chase?
No. Next thing I have is 7.
Okay, I got 2 at 6:00. I'm taking Chattanooga on the money line versus UNC Greensboro. It's a straight minus 110 on the money line. Again,
It's the mocks, the water moccasins.
I think so.
Yeah.
Again, 2 evenly matched teams that aren't great. I'm taking the one that's at home. I'm taking the one that's better at free throws. I'm taking the one that's better at rebounding. Give it to me all day. Chattanooga over UNC Greensboro. My other 6:00 game, I'm taking Virginia Tech minus 2.5 versus Miami. Again, I saw the line moving towards Virginia Tech. I felt like Miami should have been somewhere. I thought Miami maybe should have been favored with how they've looked a good chunk of the season. It was weird. I'm rolling into it. Give me Virginia Tech minus the 2.5. I don't know what it's gone up to now.
Is Miami at home?
No, Virginia Tech's at home.
All right. I mean, because Miami just lost as a 18-point favorite against Louisville.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, they've been bad this year. They've been really bad. And
Give me Virginia Tech. Give me Virginia Tech all day. Go ahead, Chase. My next play is not till 9.
All right. Cincinnati at Baylor. Baylor's laying 6.5. And you know what? I say they cover the 6.5. This is the number 1 3-point shooting team in the country. When it comes to covering spreads, I love 3-point shooting teams that shoot 3-point well because it's the great equalizer. It puts teams back in and one of their favorites. It helps them just kind of break teams' backs and run away whenever they can start stringing 3-pointers together. I'm not going to ignore a team that shoots the 3 ball that well. And honestly, I feel with as well as they shoot the ball that they should be much more than like a 6.5-point favorite. So I think I'd take a team that's a wagon here with Baylor.
Any other plays, Erik?
I have one at 7:30.
Same.
Hey, go ahead, boys. I got nothing till 9.
Go for it.
I'm dating Mississippi State here after beating Tennessee. 60% in his coaching career as a dog, 61% as a dog at Bama. Alabama, good rebounding team this year. They're going to be able to limit Mississippi State's second chances. They're the third. Alabama's the 3rd best shooting team in the SEC from 3. And there's a theme that was last year that's continuing this year. The SEC is really bad at defending threes, and the way these teams play defense allow a lot of open 3-point looks. So anytime I have a dog in the SEC that is a decent 3-point shooting team, I'm going to back them. I feel Bama's a little bit more battle-tested, too. You look at their 5 losses, they're all against tournament teams. They lost against Zona, who's probably going to be a 1 or 2 seed. Creighton,
Sure.
Purdue, who's going to be a 1 or 2 seed. Clemson, and Ohio State. I like the matchup. I like the spot. I like Bama's shooting and rebounding. I'll take Bama here plus the 2.5.
I'm on this game, but I decided to play it a different way. I went with the under. That total is way high at 154.5. When you consider that both of these teams aren't allowing their opponents to score in the 70s. I think this is a quietly sneaky defensive game, and that this one goes under. So, if I think that it's a quiet, sneaky defensive game, 154.5 is a huge total, and I think I can cruise under pretty safely.
I like it.
Any other plays till 9, boys?
I'm out.
I'm done, dude. Yeah, take it home, buddy.
I got one more. San Diego versus Pepperdine. I'm taking Pepperdine minus the 1. Pepperdine at home against a waiting San Diego team. I think Pepperdine has the D to win this one, and you're not getting a better. I don't know if there's a single university with a better sight line than Pepperdine with a beautiful view of the ocean. Give me Pepperdine all day.
Is Pepperdine in Orange County?
Malibu.
Right?
Malibu. It's in Malibu. Beautiful. Yeah. It's right on a mountain ledge overlooking the ocean. It's crazy.
How many Rush-E's that have drank themselves to death do you think have been thrown off that cliff to hide the evidence?
Several, probably. Well,
a lot.
It'd be hard because it's also the cliff it's overlooking is right along the Pacific Coast Highway, so it's a very trafficked cliff.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You can't really just. I was thinking over the ocean, and just kind of there you go.
Have you guys seen the movie Malibu's Most Wanted?
Oh yeah,
dude, classic.
Do you think I could wear this many chains and not have seen the movie Malibu's Most Wanted, Erik?
Don't be hating.
Don't be hating.
Usually for some of these schools, I'll have a food option that I like next to it. Malibu's not really next to anything. It's just a beautiful sight line, and I think they can win against this San Diego team. Otherwise, I got nothing. The line movement, too, made me want to get Pepperdine. So, without anything else, you boys got one other thing to talk about, or are we calling it with giving the people plenty of picks, plenty of options, plenty of ways to make some money today?
I have a random question for Jim.
Ask away.
But it's an NFL question.
You can ask the NFL question.
If the Dolphins lose by 2 touchdowns or more, do you feel they should move off of Tua?
Ooh, I mean, it depends.
If they get blown out,
if they get blown out and he's looking bad in the blowout, then yeah.
You don't give him a break. You don't give him a break for the weather, though.
No, I mean, he just hasn't been clutch. That's his one thing is he's kind of got that Kirk Cousins in him.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, the issue would be I don't know who we'd go after that is better than Tua.
Justin Fields.
I don't know if Justin Fields is better than Tua.
Oh, I think
you should draft Mikey Keene from Fresno State.
I don't know if Justin Fields is better than Tua.
I think he is. I think
I don't.
A little bit more. You can run. He has better footwork. He's a little bit bigger.
He throws the ball with the right hand.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like Justin Fields.
His balls don't loft.
That's fair. When he's throwing those screens.
Just because this is kind of the year where you're going to have to pay Tua, because I don't think you'd have to pay him $40 million if they.
I think they already didn't. They pay him something last year.
Did they? I don't know.
I thought they already paid him a little bit.
Did they extend him off of his rookie contract early?
4-year, $30 million.
Oof. So
that's what they're paying him right now. So yeah, they already paid him.
Yeah.
Jim, you got quite the comment there, buddy.
I will blow a huge load if Jim shows his cock on stream.
No.
Yeah, not gonna do that. I mean, this maybe when we start streaming to OnlyFans, boys.
Yeah, whenever we're up there.
Well, no, I'm looking at it right now. If they get rid of him this year, it's a $9 million cap hit.
Okay.
So, and he's only signed until 2025. He's a unrestricted free agent.
Oh, when did he sign that contract? Was it just a? Oh, okay.
So, 1, 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the contract starts in 2024.
Oh, okay.
It'd be a $23 million cap hit.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, but at the end of this season, before the 2024 calendar year starts, you could move on from him.
I mean, yeah, if the office likes Fields, or if they like someone like Kyler Murray a little bit more.
Mm.
Other than like those two, I can't think of too many other options that I would want.
Jake Browning.
No.
There you go.
Better than two. Yeah, totally. That's just your hater showing, Erik. Erik, what will you do when Miami wins this game outright?
Dude, they're not winning that game outright, dude.
They're probably not winning this game.
I don't mean to be a hater, but they're not.
No, too many injuries in the cold, and like as much as I do defend him, he's like Tua's just not clutch.
Yeah.
I'll compliment him all day on other things. He is definitely not clutch.
And he's throws the ball.
NFL Terminator right now, and they said that the Dolphins would trade Kyler Murray for Tua. The Dolphins would accept that trade.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
I don't know. I don't want Kyler Murray either. If the choice is
Fields or Murray,
well, if the choice is like Tua, yeah, Fields or Murray, then I'd take option 3, which is suck start at 12 gauge.
Jesus.
I don't know. You guys got any picks for the games today? The NFL games?
You want me to go over real quick?
Go for it, Erik. Shoot them off real quick.
I did. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. I'm sorry, I don't know at the top of my head.
We got Browns -2.5, and Chiefs -5.
Over 73.5 receiving yards. Just for you, Jimbo, I did the Chiefs -4 and Kelsey over 56.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Especially with what the Dolphins are lacking on defense right now.
I'm just gonna parlay together the unders in both of these games. Under 44.5, under 43.5.
Get ready for an over snow game.
Okay.
I don't know. As cold as that's gonna be, man, I think
it's gonna be so cold.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be free. It's gonna be great too.
All right, boys.
I think let's make some money. Ask this if there's any carryovers today. There's a carryover picks on the pick 6 at Aqueduct today, and it's not a jackpot.
Ooh.
They have to pull out the full pool.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
it.
it was this question right here.
Yeah. Best bet today. There's a horse I'm keying in the first at Oaklawn named Speed Bias. I'm using that in a daily double with the 3, 11, and 12 in the second.
Nice. All right, you got a little college basketball, a little NFL, a little horse racing, a little everything to wet your whistle.
There you go.
Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you all you guys for watching. We'll see you next time for another episode of Gym Rats. Bye.